Howdy folks, I'm Ruzkiel, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last one, we discussed how the killer must have hidden in the storage closet alongside Hiyoko in the surfboard cases, had a bit of a tangent to talk about the body discovery announcement, which really didn't lead to much of anything quite yet. And we finished off with talking about how the killer had washed their blood away using the drinks in the refrigerator, and did our last rebuttal showdown, which, by the way, actually I think which overall went okay. I'm not going to say it went well, because I'm sure people who played the game might be able to do that in like 1 or 2 goes, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, in this one, we're going to go ahead, finish making our point about the water bottles, and then maybe, just maybe, talk about how they escaped the beach house, because that has me really interested. At this point, I still can't think of anything. No, there were water bottles inside that refrigerator. How many times do I have to tell you, there were no water bottles in there whatsoever? That wasn't after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of the water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body. See, I wasn't sure whether there actually were water bottles, and that's kind of what had me a little hesitant about saying that was what was used to wash the blood off. So you're saying the water bottles were gone because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy. It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence, like a lot of thrown-away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki? You're right. Those bottles look like they may have been filled with water. Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles. You should have said so sooner! Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower. Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation, unlike that statement, which I almost completely butchered. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be... Oh, it seems you've realized who the killer is. Yeah, we're getting close to the truth. Surprisingly, I actually was able to kind of figure out who it was. If you go back to the beginning of the trial, I'm not sure how many episodes that is right now off the top of my head. I want to say it's about 6. So that would make that, what, episode 53, 54? Maybe. Gosh. It probably hasn't been that long, but it sure as heck seems like it. Anyway, if you go back to that, I think I actually outline a couple possibilities and who I was leaning towards. So, you know, I'm a little proud of that. A little bit. But at the same time, there was still a lot that I didn't know about this case, so... See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is? Is that true? Let me ask, and who might that be? If the killer used plastic bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. And going right on over to her. Yep. Peko, is it you? Hey, what are you being quiet for? You're accusing you of being the killer. Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I am the killer? I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner. She was all wet. Now what really gets me is, what's her motive? That's why I wasn't sure which of the two it could be, because I didn't have a motive for either of them. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have they'd have to drench their entire body. Wow. It was so simple, yet I was trying to make it a double contraction? That tells you how great my English is. Heh. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming, so you'd have a cover story. No one can... Yeah, and conveniently it's one that nobody can substantiate her alibi. Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she was really swimming. No one even saw her swimming. No, I saw her. Really? Huh? After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So, there's no doubt she would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house. Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier? I assume he said he didn't see anyone. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay any attention to beach house. I went straight back to hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time. You were an accomplice? At least that's what I'm getting out of this. That's... wow. Which would explain why he was pushing so hard for Hiyoko to be the killer. Wow, we have an accomplice situation. At least I'm starting to get convinced of that. You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that. Not so fast. It's too soon to decide she's the killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house. Now that you mention it, you're right. The roadside door was blocked, and it's impossible to leave from beachside house without leaving footprints. Then how the fuck did killer escape? Why are you all fired up for you, Hiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is. Who cares about that? Answer me. If you have an explanation, then show me what you've got. Now. Although I suppose it's possible that he just likes Peko. But, that's out of line with how he's treating everyone else. We might have an answer. Huh? Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable. Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery. I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house. First, let's establish how the killer escaped. The killer's escape route. I might know what it is. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening. The small window? Yeah, we'll go with the small window. Everything else was actual answers, it wouldn't have been funny. If the roadside house and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is the window in the bathroom. Well, nothing really, except that small window in the shower room. Her, don't you know how high that window is? There's no other way Peko could have reached it. But what if, for instance, she got help from someone? She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind. That's the problem I keep running into in my own running of the scene. Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance? And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside. Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule. So, if there wasn't a way to use an object, littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules. You see, there's no way they'd be able to escape from that window. No, they just have to use an object. A disposable object. Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us. We just said they couldn't use an object. You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see. You didn't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Peko was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say he hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent! Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. Well, she's got that staff case, the bag that she's carrying around. Is that where we're going with this? If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. Oh, are we doing another? No, we're doing a gambit. Okay, so what do we got here? I have no idea. Okay, so it's not bamboo? Maybe it's bamboo. Bamboo. Okay, so oh wow, I'm getting some crazy lag there. Okay, bam. Ah, damn it! I'm still working out how to work this stuff out. Okay. Okay, so we got bamboo. Probably stick. Stick. Okay. Now what do we got? Or sword. Could be sword. Where? Here's the W. Here's my R. Here's my D. Okay. Once I got to thinking about it. Because I had no way of knowing from just the number of letters. Because I kind of knew what we were going with, but I wasn't sure what they were going to call it. So, okay. At least once the B came, once the B came up, I was able to. It clicked into mind. I'm awful at Wheel of Fortune. So the fact that I actually got that is consider yourselves lucky that it went as well as it did. Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? Mm-hmm. Well, if I recall correctly, you had it then, too. Okay, she did indeed. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword. Are you saying she used the bamboo sword to escape through the window? Yeah. Peko used the bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window. That's pretty tricky. The question is it an actual bamboo sword in there, or is there a different object? A sword as a step stool? You see, I knew it. I knew it was a ninja. Didn't I tell you? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Wow. Wow. She was right. Holy crap. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool. Wow, just like a Japanese ninja. Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan. Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure it's a slender girl. I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could use it to climb. Well, Peko, do you have anything to say? For Panic Talk action. Okay, so we're going into the rhythm game. Okay, so Fever Time and Nega Time. You'll be able to use Hear Time. So that's your focus. That's your focus ability. When it's activated, the tempo will be pushed to the max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called Nega Time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates Nega Time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite difficult to press the buttons in the rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears, and your passion is hot. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for the chapter if they do that. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hold on a sec, you bastard.
You're saying she used the sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window. Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass.
Well, did anyone go into the shower right away? Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me. If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me. If she used the bamboo sword as step stool, it would have been left behind.
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... It's because he's somehow involved. Alright. Okay, hold on a second. What, I don't know my buttons. Okay, so lock on attack. Final strike is all left mouse button. Final strike is left... Everything is left mouse button. This isn't good. Oh... Okay. Wow. I don't know my buttons. Oh, shoot. Ah, damn it. At this point, I have no idea what's going on. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't miss too much. Okay. No, I keep missing. Bamboo sword bag. Okay. Gosh, that one awful. I have no idea, because all I see down at the bottom is miss, and my health is going. But at the same time, it seems like some of them are getting destroyed. I thought I knew this stuff. This is awful. This is just awful. And there I go, repeating myself again. I noticed that 2 episodes ago. 3 episodes ago. Okay, well, we'll go just a tad long. We'll go just a tad longer, just a bit more. If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. Okay. Oh, okay. It did have rope, didn't it? Yeah, because I was thinking, well, maybe she just got into the shower before anyone else really did. But it was Kazuichi who found the body, so... When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword. Ugh. Oh, I see! Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. You gotta admit, that's a pretty vague way of escaping the beach house. I'm not as disappointed that I wasn't able to figure that out now. Connie said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Well, I don't know about that. That's a pretty, like I said, that's kind of a weird way to escape a room. You would have to be pretty athletic to be able to do something like that. Simply put, only Paco could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. You just back off. Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on. You're just making assumptions. You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
Unless she admits to it. It is fine. And she admits to it. Okay. Well, at the very least, I know there is a bit more to do, just because we haven't done the crime summary, and there was that tangent that Nagito went on about the three people finding the Mihiru's body. So, based on that, there's a bit more to do. I feel okay finishing it off on a scene like this. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.